find a place to store it. But other than that, anytime you use your water, you'll hear the water pump kick on, then kick off. All right.
I do want to see how big.
Not big at all.
I know. For the pots and pans I buy. Okay.
All your user manuals and everything are right there.
Okay.
It's not going to tell you how to use anything, but it'll give you the specs of what it is and what it draws and all that.
Okay.
Video or YouTube, it will remind you how to use anything. All right. So there's 3 things in the trailer that will not work unless you're plugged in. Microwave, air conditioner, and outlets. Those are the 3 things that are not able to run off 100 or the 12 volt batteries. So the microwave won't be on unless you're plugged in, and same thing. Air conditioner won't work, and neither will your outlets. So you have your range light and a range fan. While cooking here, they suggest to have the fan on and the nearest window at least cracked open, so you kind of you'll smell the propane as it burns. Okay, so this just folds on back. And then you pick a burner, and then that's how you pop it. This is also where you want to purge your lines. Anytime you have the propane tanks filled, they'll pump air into the tank. It's impossible to just get strictly propane. So once it's full, come here first, turn one on, and get it to light. Let it stay lit for a minute, and that's telling you that it's only propane. Sometimes it won't light the first time, and this gets annoying, so I usually just use my lighter until I get one to light. So stove is the only thing that you will need to buy a lighter, have a match for. So turn this part on the pilot light on until this button is able to be pushed in. So push it in and hold it. There's where your flames want to go, that little copper nipple.
Okay.
Come here.
Okay.
I lit it this morning so I wasn't sitting there with my flame. The first time you use the trailer, it's going to take a minute.
Okay.
You'll see the little blue flame illuminate in that flame. Once that's lit, I always like to give it a second until you see a little orange flame come on top of the blue flame, and then you can turn it on. That flame here is your preheat sensor. Once the flame goes away and it's just back to the pilot light, it's preheated to the temp you want.
Okay.
All right. And it has a broil on it, but I call BS. Well, you have to broil's underneath, and I don't know, a small pan maybe. So your furnace home's underneath there. It also blows out of all the brown vents all over the trailer.
Okay.
Air conditioner's here, and it comes out of all the white vents on the ceiling. All right. So fridge. On and off button. When it's on, the light will work. When it's off, the light won't work. I say leave it on. I would leave it on auto if I used the trailer, because it finds its source of power no matter what.
Okay.
It'll go for being plugged in first. If it can't find that one, it clicks over strictly to gas. If you hook it up to a generator or something and you want this strictly to run on gas, just hit that button till no lights are on, and this light will come on if it didn't light or you're out of propane. Both sources takes the exact same amount to get it cold, 4 hours. So we always say plug it in the night before you. It's a heater. Plug it in the night before you leave. Turn it on. Let it get cold. Don't put anything in it. But just unplug and drive to where you're going. And if you're not driving, a couple days worth of time, it'll eliminate your time to get it cold once you're there, because it should still be pretty cold inside of it. So down here, this is where you're going to find your circuit breaker and fuse box. All the fuses are what runs off 12 volt batteries. If something is popped, a little red light will illuminate along the fuse to tell you which fuse is bad.
Okay.
All the breakers are what runs off 30 amps. The top one here is the main trailer. As you see, the microwave went off and all that. And the sure thing to tell when you plug in is that beep. Is the microwave will beep every time you plug in. Alright? So same thing with these. If one pops, you just turn it off and turn it back on, just like at home.
Okay.
You will hear a little humming coming from this every once in a while, and it's a little fan inside to keep it cool. Other than that, just a bunch of storages, drawers, air pump, and all that stuff.
Okay.
Is behind there. Kid's cell phone.
Not yet.
Yeah, neither is mine. Mine wants one. And I'm like, you already got a tablet. Cabinet. Sink works just like the one at home. Here's your main GFI outlet. So if you plug into something way over there, this is where you're going to reset the outlet.
Okay.
Okay.
Light switch. One works the light above my head. The other one works the porch light on the outside.
Okay.
Sink. Toilet here. So barely pushing down the pedal, fills the toilet full of water, all the way down flushes the toilet. So you always want to have some water in the toilet or you'll have a mess to clean up. Shower works just like the one at your house. It also has that pause button to pause the water so you can soap up without wasting the hot water. A vent. What's its It needs power.
Okay.
So, fan, ventilation, be a must need if I went. The instructions are on the back of the blade. Is your hot water tank and all, it's located underneath that bed. There is a little bit of storage if you ever wanted. You could pull this up and you could like hide stuff down there that you didn't want to have all the time. Same thing underneath all these. Under this side has the drawer. This side, if you wanted to lift it up, you could put some stuff underneath there too.
Okay.
Folds down into a bed. You just pull the table off the legs, take the legs out, and it just rests right here on these here. And you configure the cushions to make the puzzle. And underneath here, they moved it. Here's an extra cushion. This is so you don't have to use the small little cushions. This kind of makes it to where it's only the one crease instead of the extra creases.
Okay.
I didn't get it. Yeah. That cushion's the same size as the two little cushions, so they could have just used two big cushions with that design.
Right.
It would have looked the exact same, and you would never have an extra cushion. So that little button there, so it holds that closed.
This folds out to a bed too,
Yep.
doesn't it? Okay.
This one's easier than that one.
Yeah, looks like it.
Bed, but it looks very uncomfortable because they're different levels.
Yeah.
So I would sleep on it with the couch. So to put it away, you just like a futon.
Yep.
In a way. This wire sometimes will poke out of there. That's your slide out wire.
Okay.
It needs to be able to move.
Yeah.
So it's not a real place where you can really secure it and then you might rip it out. So if you ever see it, just
Take it back.
give it a couple pushes. Alright. Smoke alarm smoke alarm and CO2 detector. 9-volt batteries.
Yeah.
They'll start beeping when they're running low. There it is. That black box there is your LP detector. That is the culprit that's going to kill your batteries while not in use. It's hardwired to the trailer. It's always on. It's a safety mechanism. If you
What's
ever,
LP?
propane.
Oh.
If you ever hear that sound and it's flashing red, that means there's a leak of propane in here, or you left that on.
Okay.
That's a habit. Some people might bump it as they walk by it and not notice it.
Yeah,
It doesn't make a sound or nothing, but it will leak propane.
Okay.
You will probably smell it before it does.
Okay.
But yes. So when the trailer's not in use, just disconnect the positive wires from the batteries. That saves your batteries.
Okay, where's that at?
In the
There.
front.
Okay.
Yeah, just take the positives off, just so that won't kill your
Gotcha.
next switch for about 15 bucks. It's a switch that you can kill the batteries.
What about a thing to lock the batteries in? Because two of my friends had their thing here and their batteries are stolen.
And it happens a lot. I've seen a couple people, they take in like bike stuff and they'll wrap it around and then lock it. Or There's other people that's like kind of made a metal shim come through the battery boxes, you know, cut a slit, cut another slit. Yeah, really it's something to just use your brain and figure it out. Or when you drop your trailer off here, take your batteries home. Then, you know, they're...
Why are they so...
Because any druggie or anybody can steal it from here and get $7 right down the road. And it costs you $100 to fix it or replace it. So that's just one of those things, you know, because that's what they go for, because it's easy money.
Yeah.
All right, so stereo here, on and off. It's also your DVD player. That's why I left the sticker. So you get your AM/FM radio, and as you can see, that's level 1. So it's pretty loud. Like at 18, you're bumping, you're rocking out in here. So you have A speakers are inside.
Could you have both of them on?
Yes, you can.
Okay, okay.
This is just so, like, if your kid's in here sleeping, you can take the party outside.
Gotcha.
If your neighbors are trying to sleep, you can bring the party on the inside. So those are the two choices. But yes, you can have it on the inside too. So yeah, you can all AM/FM radios. You can AUX your phone into it so you can listen to Pandora. You can headphone out of it so you know your kid can sit here and listen to music or something like that. So DVD player, and yeah, trying to make sure I've got over everything about it. Yes, I did. And over here is a remote for it. It's a lot faster to find the channel with this than it is pushing the button over there. Okay. So yeah, there's the little remote for it. So you can be lazy, sit over here and change your music. All right, so about the TV. That's where it mounts, right there. Okay. So we usually get, it's a flat-on mount. It's about 32 inches. It's about the max TV you'll fit in there, so it still rotates. So you want a stay-on mount. It's just a thing that clips together. And then you read the directions. Certain screws go in the back of the TV. Screw it on here. Make sure that they're not too long to go through. Here. You got to open the doors to flip it around. Make sure they're not too long to go through both pieces of wood. Okay. Because if not, you'll see it on this side. And the cool thing about this thing is when you're in motion or when you're storing your trailer, if you flip it around like this so you're watching TV in there, and then you shut your doors, it totally encloses your TV so nobody would ever know you had one in here. And that would be how I would drive, just because you know that's another easy money. Yeah. Get in here, take the TV, and go about their day. And that's more than $7. So down here is where you're going to plug it all in. On that side over there is the outlet for the TV. Okay. On this side over here, you'll have your RCAs, red, yellow, and white. That's for your DVD player out of here to the TV. Okay. So it's already ran from up here to the back of this, or to the back over here. So all you have to do is plug these in over here, run through this thing. If it was around, you could see my finger there. There's a hole to take it all up there. And also right here, there is, you see the one with the red light? See the red light right there? Yep. That's where you're going to plug it in. There's a digital antenna on the roof. It'll get you about 32 channels automatically as it sits. That's also where the cable will come through. If you hook it up to satellite, you got to switch it from the one with the red light to the one next to it. Okay. And that's the satellite. They need different coax cables. All right? Anytime when you do the TV, anytime you get to your campgrounds, you always want to do the auto channel search, because everywhere is different for local channels. And if you are from Seattle and go to Ocean Shores, different. They're different. So you'll be out there like, where's my channels? And all you auto search, you'll find their channels. Okay. Right? Light switch on this wall here works the one light right there. Okay.
Okay.
Got another vent on here. These vents do not have the cover, so don't leave them open while it's raining or you'll come back and have a puddle in your bed. They do make a fantastic vent cover to where you can have them open during the rain.
Okay.
Both sides have a closet with a hanging bar so you can hang clothes in it. This light works another one by doing that. And there is storage underneath the bed.
Oh, nice.
If you take that panel off, you're able to reach your hand into the front storage.
Oh, okay.
All right.
The one that goes underneath.
Yeah. Be safe. There's no person possible
Yeah.
able to fit through there. There are some trailers where they have a closed chute right here, and if you're small enough, you could come
Yeah.
through there. All right. So both sides have emergency exit windows. You can use them as regular windows if you take it out and put the handle right in the middle there. If you do need to use this as an exit, push that all the way through, out the window you go. If you want my opinion, that door seems so much better because I've done the logic thinking of this. This doesn't detach, so it still hangs there. So you have to hold the window as you go out. So it's either head first and hopefully you land on something soft, or feet first and you drag your back all along the side of the trailer. So either way, it looks like you'll get hurt. Door is big and you're not getting hurt. So, blinds. You can either drive with them up or down. Down, there's these little white clear things, and they just fit on the sides of each side. They do make privacy shades for these windows, just to let you know. That's the ones you just pull. Only one thing else. So here's your thermostat. On and to turn anything off, take the green light back down to the on and off mode. That'll turn everything off. The heater takes up to a minute to be quiet, so while that's being quiet, we'll go over this.
Okay.
Here's your little handheld controller for everything else of the trailer. So everything that one center, that black box with all the buttons does, this does. I always like to just keep hitting the select button to tell. See, now I'm controlling the light. So you can do your main slide, in and out. You can do your awning, in and out. You can do your front stabilizing jacks, down and up. You can do your rear stabilizing jacks, down and up. And you can also turn on the porch light. Now, if you turn on the porch light with this controller, you have to turn it off with this controller because the button still thinks it's off. Right? And these runs off, I think they're little AAA batteries. Take a couple screws out and you're done. Alright, so now that it's been quiet, so you can go to fan, you turn the fan on and it runs through the air conditioning, or air conditioning. There we go. So, right here, that's going to give all the strong air right here. If you close that, it allows it to push a little harder out of here instead of there. Okay. All right. So this is how you cool off more of the rest of the trailer. All right. And then when you're all said and done, just turn it off. And that one shuts up a little bit faster.